Siman Tes Siv Zayin. Before you wrap yourself in your talis and before you make the bracha, you got to check the tzitzis to make sure that they're kosher. So you got to check the strings, not only that are far away from the hole, but also the ones that are going in the hole, that are closer to the beged. You can't forget to check those, and also the rings that go between the knots. You have to check those, and you also should make sure that the strings themselves are separate from each other, that they're not becoming entangled in each other. However, if that last process is going to cause you to miss Tefillah B'tzibur, then you can skip that, provided that you did that the day before, and you have reason to believe that they are kosher and separate from each other. Sif Ches. All mitzvahs that need a bracha, we make the bracha before you do the mitzvah. That's called Over L'Asiyasa. And then right after you make the bracha, you immediately do the mitzvah. So when it comes to talis, you should hold the talis with your two hands above your head. You say the bracha, and when you say the bracha of L'Satei Patzitzis, you should have in mind that Hashem commanded us to do this mitzvah of L'Satei Patzitzis, and that it should remind you to do all of the mitzvahs in the Torah, like we spoke about earlier. And you should make the bracha standing up, and then you should wrap around, as soon as you finish the bracha, you should immediately wrap around your head until below your mouth, right by your chin. And then afterwards, you take the corners and you also wrap it around your head, just like he says, just like the Yishmaelim wrap their heads. That's how we're supposed to wrap our heads in the talis. And then you have to wait like that for Kedei Hiluch Dalad Amis. This is a very common mistake that people make. They make the bracha, they quickly wrap themselves in their talis, and then they immediately take it down. No, you have to stay like that. Kedei Hiluch Dalad Amis. You got to stay like that for a few good seconds, and only then can you take it off of your head, take off the wrapping. Also, you should be careful that the tzitzis themselves do not drag on the ground, because that's a design for the mitzvah. You should make sure that the tzitzis are high enough that they're not dragging on the ground. One eitzah, he says that you could do, especially if you're wearing a gartel, it's easy to tuck the tzitzis into the gartel, and that way you make sure that the tzitzis are not dragging on the ground.